As you can see, phase 2 is complete. That is pecan, or from where I'm from, pecan. Customer wanted some pink without paint, and that does it. That brings it out pretty well, and it really shows off the wood too. So phase 2. Phase 3, I have cut from over there where phase 3 happens. I have cut 6 pieces of Luan to 75.5 for the ceiling, because as you know, 74.5 plus 2 sheets a 1/2 inch equals 75.5, and I have cut 8 1-bys down to 75.5. Now, for over here, I am going to put these on because I know where they go. There goes one at the bottom, and then there's going to be one right under the window. Then we're going to have the other 4-foot piece, and then that piece will be right at the top of the window, and then at the other end. And it'll be the same on the front. Well, it won't be the same measurement, but it'll be the same idea, the same process on the front and the back. So what I did is I got those done to dry. I am only going to build the 4 ceiling pieces. I'm not going to I'm not going to put the pecan on it tonight because I want this glue to dry. And it's about time for me to go in for the day. So what I want to do is build these 4, head on in, and then tomorrow, after they're good and dry, I can flip them. I can do this to that, and I can even do it to the 2 pieces that are not getting any lumber, because as you know, when we get to the end, we don't know where everything goes for sure. But we are still going to, as long as we're burning a brush on this, we might as well just get all 6 pieces done. So that's my process for this one. I'm trying to keep you ahead of my process. Phase 3. All right, here's phase 1. Back there is phase 2. Phase 3. Now, that's the problem. When you work in 3 phases and try to be as organized and as efficient as you can, you got no room. So, because that's laying 6.5, almost 7 feet that way. And this is, 74.5. Those are 75.5. And then, of course, the trailer at 75.5. And then they're all long. So it took up all the space. There's no room to work in here right now. So this is all going to dry because that's where we're at. And I've just got some weights and things just, holding it down until it dries. And it really only takes about 30 minutes for it to make really good contact. But I like to let it sit overnight. Because when I'm working with it, I get a little floppy sometimes, and I want it to hold up for me. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 in the books. Tomorrow I will come out here probably after work and put that color on here. We'll see how that goes. Should be okay. I got 4 of those to do, and then these other 2 that I've cut down, but I have not put the rafters on because I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put them, and I can always add that later. So, all right, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Let's see what's next. Our Wilson art came in. It usually comes either in a 5x12, which is too much, or 4x8, which is still too much. They now, and I don't know if this is new, but the first time I've ever seen it, a 3 by 8. 3 by 8. And I think that'll be enough. I think it'll be... Curly. Hey, we're filming here. I think that'll be perfect for what I want to do. So, what I want to do, though, let me tell you. Remember, I'm telling you my process. I was just sharing that Wilson art. I laid this down backwards. That's the front. This needs to turn around. It might be easier to turn that around, actually. See, this is the process. Just take the process. Take the time. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spin that around. Then I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to spin it around again. So what I do is I try to put a full 7 to 9 hours in on Saturday and Sundays. It's usually closer to 7.5 or 8, but sometimes I sneak in 9. But that's my goal, because I know that on this size of a trailer, I'm going to need about 125 hours. And it's almost always pretty close to the same. So I know I need those hours, and it's a matter of putting in the hours. So if I can get 15 to 18 hours in on a weekend, you could just knock that many hours off. So this is a weeknight. It's after work for me. So I figure if I can get maybe an hour, hour and a half in, like I did yesterday, and I did a day, and tomorrow, and maybe I'll take a day off in the middle. I don't know. But if I could get 4 hours in, just an easy 4 hours, just doing something simple like I'm going to do. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to do 7 carriage bolts, and that's all I'm going to do. That's it. So you take those 4, let's just say it's 4 hours, which is reasonable. 4 hours plus, let's say, my weekend hours. I end up with 20 hours. That's a reasonable amount, 20 hours. So that just means that every 7 days, I'm getting 20 hours in. If I need 125 hours, what is that, 6 weeks? Yeah, 6 weeks. And I can be done with this. And that's not if I have a holiday, like I do this Friday, and I can put another 7 or 8 in. So it's just a matter of putting the hours in and doing it properly. That's my process. Now, we did build the wall or the ceiling. Now remember, those are our 2 extras. That's why there's no boards on them. Those are no rafters. Those are just our 2 extras waiting to go in. They're just like, put me in, coach. That's either the back or the front at the top, and then we've got back and front top over here. Now, that pecan, oh man, I really hope you can see this. That pecan dried, and look at that. That is so interesting. You're laying on a bed, and you're looking at that. Sweet dreams, my friend. Sweet dreams. Heck yeah. But anyway, I'm going to get this put on here, spin it around, and then I'm going to set this to its final resting place, like probably right through here on this little bit of angle. I may come over here. I don't know. We'll do that. And then I will be ready to work end to end. Lots of room in the shop now. There's going to be a lot more once I get that on there. All right, that's my process. I want to take you through it so you can, maybe you're going to watch this, and maybe you're going to say, this is going to help me set up for I keep putting my hand in here like I'm talking to somebody. Well, I'm talking to all of you, my favorite people. But maybe that will help you save some time, and instead of 125 hours, you're down to 110. Hey, that's what I'm trying to do here. All right, I am up on jacks. As you can see, my 4-foot level is right there. We're bubble on, north, south, east, west. Got these put on, but do not fear. None of these will be visible to the naked eye. They will all be covered by a cabinet and or dinette seating. So it's okay. It's okay, people. All right, now that we've all relaxed a little bit, I have decided to go on this angle because I went on this angle with that last Scotty. This is bigger than the Scotty, but I think this is going to be a good spot. Now, I've got another week or so to wait on the axle. But I think it'll slip right in there too. I've got plenty of room out here, and I've got plenty of room over there. And I can make more room by moving that if I need to. I've got to clean these out, but I got plenty of room to get that big old rear end on here. And I think we're good right there. That's so what I'm thinking is. And I only got about 45 minutes. That's all the longer it took me to do this. And there goes my hand again, flying through the shot. But it took me 45 minutes, and that's okay. I don't need to put those extra 15 minutes in just to say I did it. I got done what I wanted to get done, and this right here, there's my hand, helps me a lot. This really gets me moving. And I don't have to do it this weekend. So my next step, you can't hardly see it, it's peeking out right there, is to put the walls up. And it's going to be a lot easier on this because the way I made the walls, there's about a 1/2 inch of outrigger tab on each side. So when I bring those down, I could use a floor jack on one side at this 4-foot end, and at this end, I just set it on there. I follow underneath there, boom, nail it in. Now, these could be a little tricky. It always is right here. We'll see how it goes, though. If not, we can use my buddy Jeff from J&J Restoration's little trick of putting that board underneath here. So, my next step this week, before this weekend, and that's if I don't take tomorrow off. We'll see. You know, sometimes got to rest and relax. Look at that, and this is going to be cool. This is the same stain, 2 different types of wood. So it's going to be nice. You know, you're going to look at it and say, those match. They do because it's the same stain. It's just different wood. That's beautiful wood. Man, look at that. Get your hand out of the shot, son. So, all right, this is my process. I've thought it through. Next up is going to be the walls. After the walls, I will then come across the front here. This is a necessary part of the hand. Right here, and I'll put that one piece that sits out over that a couple of inches. And the same thing in the back. That one in the back really sits out because that back end bows way out. So this is going to be a 2x that I'll bet it goes out 3 or 4 inches. Minimum of 2.5. But I want to measure that after. Well, gosh, what am I going to do? No. If the wall will be on, so I'll have the curve. All right, everybody, just relax. Everybody, I'm on. But see, this is how I talk myself through it. I get my process, and then I'm ready. If I work tomorrow after work, I'm ready because I thought through the process, and I showed you my process today.